Hey guys, what's up? Blackerbricks here, back with another video. And this is actually not a LEGO investing versus parting out video. Instead, it's more of a detailed case study on a set that has been released and retired. This is set 10214, the Tower Bridge. It's part of the LEGO Creator Expert line, and it is actually retired. This was actually released, I think, back in 2010. It was available in the United States from October 2010 to September 2019, so an extremely long life, at least for a Lego set. It's actually not even been 2 years, closer to a year and a half since it's been retired, and it was available originally at $239 US, so 240 I guess is a better way of looking at it. Now, the reason I'm actually making this video is it's sort of peculiar in the fact that it hasn't really gone up that much in value. If I just go to the US and I just look for a sealed copy of a set, it's only $240. Now, it's important that you read that boxes have water damage, but in general, there are quite a few listings that are not that high. If we actually go and look at the price guide, it's nothing ridiculous. Now, why is this so strange? That's because this set has all the classic signs of a great Lego investment, right? So it has a great price to part ratio, right? $280, and it retails for $280, and it has a crazy amount of pieces, 4,287. So if we take a look at that just from the numbers, I accidentally made a big mistake. If we just look at that from the numbers, it's about 6.5 cents per part, and that is phenomenal when it comes to Lego sets. Now, I do want to mention that price to part ratio can be a little bit deceptive because there's a lot of repetition with the tiny cheese slopes. But regardless, this is a large Lego set, right? I always talk about adult appeal and collectability when we're discussing the potential level of an investment, right? And this definitely has that adult appeal. I mean, it is a huge display piece and something that you're probably going to put up on a shelf or show off or something like that. So in all terms, it is. And it certainly is a popular product. I mean, over the course of the 9 years, it has been sold many times. I think it's actually been re-released once or twice. You can see that just here and there. The box art is different. This is actually, so interesting enough, it's not showing that. But this is a very popular set, and it was. So why exactly did it not do well, or is it not doing well? So there are a couple of things we can do. The first thing is, as I said, this set was expected to retire a lot earlier than it actually did. So people have been buying this and investing in this for a long time. I know of other people that are invested in this set, and I'm sure maybe even some of you guys are currently invested and have maybe a copy or two of this set. I think that currently the supply exceeds the demand. I might be completely off base, and I actually tried to do a little bit of research in the background of this set, and I didn't find anything super distinct. I do know that it has been re-released a couple times, and sorry, when I mean re-released, I mean just slightly edited, modified, and changed out a couple of parts. But I definitely think that's interesting because when we look at Lego investing, I've only pointed out a couple of great examples, and I want to communicate to you guys that when it comes to this whole thing of Lego investing, is that you're never really guaranteed. I mean, really in any investment, you're never guaranteed. But even something that you might consider a classic example of a set that would go up, it doesn't, even in a reasonable time frame, right? I'd say that a year to 2 years after retiring, you usually see a pretty big spike. I mean, it's not always true. I mean, if I look back at some other sets around this size that were retired not too long ago, I'd have to actually look back. Maybe if we look at the Big Ben set, that was definitely I guess you could count that as a similar sort of set. I think this was retired as well. So 2016. Let me just pull up the numbers on that real quick. So set 10253. And so it is not exactly the exact same because obviously you can never compare two sets exactly, but there's some sorts of sets that are similar. This is a large set, lots of repetition, Creator Expert, and I'm pretty sure they're both from the UK. So let's take a look. Retailed for $250. What is it? 4,000 pieces. So a lot of the similar things, right? Great price to part ratio. Very attractive set for sure. Definitely not my type, but cool set regardless. anyways, let's take a look. What is the going price for this set now, right? 10253. Let's take a look at the price guide. We can see that it's already $363. And if I just wanted to buy one today in the US, how much would that cost? $424. So I think this is, in at least in my my conjecture, is that it's a supply versus demand problem. If we take a look at the items sold, I'm going to try and reset everything. And so we have 204 items. I just want to see, is there any better way I can take a look at this price guide? Current items for sale. Okay, so this is going to be very helpful. So this is the Tower Bridge. We have 172 total lots, so different people, and then total quantity is 280. Let's actually go ahead and compare that to this one. I just am curious to see if it's different. Now, this is quite interesting, 66 lots and 95, so it's almost a 3 times difference. I know it may be a little bit smaller, but I think this is definitely a classic example of supply and demand, right? So this set has been around for a long time, and I'm not saying that it's not popular, but currently the supply is so high that charging a really high price is probably not viable. So I definitely think that's interesting. Keep that in mind when you're looking at sets like exclusives. The reason why they tend to go up in value is because they are exclusive, right? I mean, that might be obvious, but I thought this was an interesting little case study. I don't know. I was actually seriously thinking about picking one up because it's so affordable. Sometimes I have that guilt that when a set has been retired, it's just so ridiculously expensive that it doesn't even make sense to purchase it anymore. But this definitely doesn't fall into that category. I'll look into it. Anyways, I know this was sort of a strange video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting putting together some information for this. And I'd like to talk to you guys very soon. Thanks again, and have a fantastic day.